So does Ice Frog.
Sniper.
He just doesn't. He just keeps nerfing the sniper. 42% win rate in pro level pubs, and yet the pros, they just love this hero, man. I feel like they always pull it out.
More movement speed. What does it do for this Chen? Nice, going down, taking out Tofu as well. Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Sure. Over mid, they've let Ace kind of expand his hero pool a little bit more. He was playing like off lane anti-mage yesterday, but going up against the Rubik should be pretty interesting. Is now the sniper taking on a lot of pressure, throws it back at Boxy. They've also got this Harpy Stormcrafter, making sure that Boxy has to go all the way back and back off this sniper. But the spear, the snipe spear on the sniper.
Yeah,
it's Zai getting it done, making sure, like I said, sniper doesn't get to have a fun game. That's all we want in our life.
Yeah, already not going so well for the old Peep Lord here. Ace also going down again. One problem is mobility, and Swift Blink solves that while also giving you some good damage. So getting on top of the sniper, I mean, that makes it even better.
Yeah, the Swift Blink we see usually like 4th item, sometimes from these Medusas earlier if they want to have that ability. And Zai's looking like he's going to drop and will.
He has a sniper. We'll see how much he can translate this into a good mid game.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I've seen against Medusas all the time is making sure that those stacks don't get picked up. Meanwhile, again, sniper in some trouble. Chase down. Boxy gets credit for the kill. They line it up easily with the disruption as well as the spear.
That's going to be a tower. Like, and top lane's going very well on its own too.
Chen. Disruption again with this spear. They just have no way of getting these heroes out in the top lane.
And like throwing a Grimstroke on top of that means it's like a full to zero combo with just 2 heroes. Like Tiny's the same.
Boxy, Insania, and Zai are here to go after this Chen. And it will be a kill for Zai. Zai maybe even looking to wrap around if they're making a move over mid. He's put some pressure on inside the jungle. Now Tofu. Well, not going to be able to get close enough just yet, but with the blink and the burrow strike, there they go. Phantom's Embrace for the silence. They'll go to the epicenter. They'll try to get the kill into Zai while the Stone Gaze comes through, and Zai survives. So Stone Gaze, they'll turn their backs. The Hand of God comes in, and now they'll start to run. Zai trying to TP out. Boom looking maybe for a burrow strike. But Tofu's the one who dies, and it's 2 Matumba Man.
Now Liquid, they want to push GAIMIN Gladiators out of their own jungle.
Telekinesis back towards Zai. Zai looking to get a kill here on Ace, who drops down the Firestorm, but the spear lands on the edge of the steps. Insania taking a lot of damage. You've got a free sniper on the high ground, a Fade Bolt on the Ace, so they'll end up trading 1 for 1. We've seen a lot of Marses go for the Refresher Orb, have the double arena, make things even tougher, especially, like you said, for the sniper potentially. Boom with the Burrow Strike, though, drop down the Tombstone onto the high ground and find themselves a Chen. It's a quick kill there for Zai. He does finish off the mech.
He looks like he's reading this smoke right now.
Radiant's top tower.
He circles. He's not the right area, but he knows there's a smoke.
Arena down, and they're going to go after Ace. This is all by the mid-tier 1. They've got Tofu coming through, as well as a TP coming out from the Chen. Celery trying to at least save his teammates. They get a kill on a Tofu, lose Ace, and now it's going to be a +1. The Chen TP'd in, unable to get anything done, and Zai with a double kill. 3 heroes die there. The team's ready to take the mid-tier 1, and we'll hopefully see more of that item come out. Meanwhile, by the way, GAIMIN Gladiators going for Roche. They haven't exactly been spotted on this one. And Insania comes over, but there's the Burrow Strike, so they'll pick up the Aegis onto the sniper. They'll throw out these right clicks. They've got the Phantom's Embrace, but there's the arena as well as the spear to lock up Boom. An early Hand of God, and it might just be to keep this Sand King alive. They've also used the Stone Gaze, so maybe GAIMIN Gladiators feeling confident enough to continue on forward. They've got the Inkswell Burrow Strike combo. For now, it's just the blink as well as the Burrow Strike out on a Zai, but the damage from Zai killing off Boom. They found Ace, and it's looking like they're going to lose 2 on this one. They try to keep Ace alive, but he's not so tanky when the whole team is there, minus the Undying, and they've got the Telekinesis out on a Celery. So Zai has got Spear available. Mickey ends up dead. Sniper from the high ground has a double damage. They need to be a little bit careful. Now that they've lost the Rubik, Soulbind, Phantom's Embrace, silencing up 2. Still thinking about going after both these heroes. The Assassinate hits both of them, but they don't move forward any further as this team starts to retreat.
Zai only has a BKB, but like Zai is hitting hard, man.
Burrow Strike coming through as well as the Ink Swell. They've locked down and gotten the kill on Insania to start this one off. They go after Tofu. The Hand of God was used. They kill off this Grimstroke so far. The Assassinate's not really doing anything to Matumba Man. They're still chasing this Chen, but they've got Ace coming over. The Blink as well as the Burrow Strike. Epicenter down. There's the Arena with the BKB being popped by Zai. Damage out onto Boom, trying to eat it, but he'll end up falling. He's down into his grave, and they go after the Sniper. They turn this one around. Daraccio in trouble. He's got an Aegis, but he doesn't really have an escape plan on this one, because while he's respawning, they'll go after Ace. They land the Spear on the respawn, take out the Sniper. It's 4 heroes dead on the side of GAIMIN Gladiators, and a big win here for Liquid.
When you're respawning with the Aegis, you can't Q things while dead.
Daraccio popping the BKB, throwing some right clicks over on Azai, but again, like you said, with the Bulwark, he feels a lot tankier. If he's just going to stand there, eventually the BKB is going to run out and they'll get themselves the Telekinesis and take out the Sniper. You can't just stand there. I mean, there is that Rubik that just comes in and cleans him up, and all of a sudden it's a Medusa on the high ground looking to take out your tier 3s and potentially your racks.
Matumba's out of mana though, so Liquid does have to be a little bit careful.
We were talking about it earlier, probably going to be that Swift Blink that he builds into. It's usually one of those cap items on Medusa, and by that I mean capping off the game with a Swift Blink.
Oh boy, Celery has a gem. This is a bad...
Oh gosh, this gets ripped up. And then they've got the Disruption on Ace, so it's not going to just be one. It looks like it will be two.
People want casters to talk about like map movements more than the spells that are being cast in team fights. That move that you just saw there, sending Matumba Man down the bottom lane instead of any other hero, was genuinely a really smart move for anybody that's interested in that. Because like, if you send the Rubik there, he dies to that combo. It's like Liquid knows that there's a potential option for the Sand King and the Grimstroke to be waiting in the trees, so they send the tanky hero that can't die to it bot instead of somebody else. Like that's a smart move.
Undying might be in trouble, but has the Tombstone down. Soul Rip surviving. Insania now, well, he'll end up falling. They've got the Arena down on 3 of these heroes. The damage coming out. Celery, he's going to die first, then goes down. Boom.
They tried to force him. That's funny.
Well, little gate action and trying to go through and get Daraccio, killing off the Sniper. So he really can't find a place to stand on this Sniper, and there's the Spear. Tofu dead as well. This is just easy pickings for Liquid, and when it rains, it pours all over the heads of GAIMIN Gladiators. And they'll call GG. There's just nothing they can do at this point.
Yeah.
Ace again on another hero. It feels like they feel comfortable kind of just putting him on pretty much anything. Matumba Man taking a lot of damage here. Tofu running in. Ace looking for the first blood, and it ends up being Tofu who grabs it.
Nice deny. I mean, I like that he kept running into the neutrals instead of right-clicking at once, because I think if he right-clicks at once, he does risk the little Centaur hitting and the Chen hitting, so... just a little bit of nice micro play there, but...
Disruption again, and a lot of damage on a Matumba Man. Oh my.
Yeah, CK's a weird hero. You'd think that Razor's pretty good against it because... at least in lane, because it's a melee hero, but Chaos Bolt level 1 can do 180 maximum magic damage. He might have overstayed his welcome a little bit there.
That's even more rough because he used the TP, so it's going to be a long walk back to that lane.
Yeah, that's a pretty big blunder from him. That kind of throws the lane a little bit. Matumba Man's definitely going to get some space now.
But there was a point in time where Lina felt like it was in every game.
Yeah, for sure. And I've actually heard a lot of mid laners say that this Lina is stronger in laning than the previous Lina.
Boom trying to use that Laguna Blade and maybe thinking that he was going to land that Light Strike array, and now Boom on the run a little bit. Tofu goes for the TP. They use the Sonic Wave, and Boom ends up falling to Mickey, who went back to base. And
maybe a Vanguard, maybe a Hood. Maybe he just leaves his casual Ring of Health or Lotus Orb. Probably Lotus Orb. That's probably why he went for this build. Lotus
again. On Matumba Man, they've got the Reality Rift, the damage coming through, 3 stacks of the Shadow Poison, Tofu moving in while Boom ends up dead over in the mid lane. He's unable to commit any further and only staying at 3 stacks on the Shadow Poison, so Matumba Man able to survive, especially with the help of Insania on this IO. Plasma Field lands, Tofu on the run, Fairy Fire eaten, a stun thrown over at the Razor to save the life of the Shadow Demon, so Don't get anything out of that, but the aggression coming in is not successful from GAIMIN Gladiators. And with that, Matuma Man actually turns it around completely and does end up getting the kill on Ace. They go for it. Disruption, LSA, Laguna Blade, this time working for Boom. This Bloodseeker, there's been a lot of aggression here over bottom and trying to make him a little bit more uncomfortable. He does have Rupture, but right now he's by himself, and it looks like Mickey wants to make the move. They throw the Rupture out and the Blood Right, but all of a sudden, this Bloodseeker's in some trouble. First dive comes out from Boxy in that deny range and gets the Scream, so Mickey gonna get that kill out onto the Bloodseeker, and all of a sudden, Liquid's kind of pulling away with a little bit of a lead.
He can cut creep waves. So because he has the build and he's cutting creep waves,
Tofu just gonna die. It looked like for a second he might get that TP out.
Ace went drums on CK, by the way. I think that's really cool. I mean, Zai?
Not Rupture again. And Supernova right on top of this Bloodseeker. They want a high five. That's all they want.
Quite a pain to deal with, and it's not like there are any stuns on Liquid to like prevent this. You can just farm if you're GAIMIN.
I'm sure. And now the defusal, but the BKB is popped early from Daracho. He's going to be forced to TP out.
Yep, that is about right.
It's the Pango to leave and pops his BKB, so he's safe to go. Now they're going to look to get Insania on the way back from that relocate, and that's exactly what they do. They get a quick kill onto the IO. Ranked high enough, but popping the Lincolns immediately. Disruption, Blood Right with the LSA. They've got the stun. They'll have the Laguna. They'll get the kill on his eye. Now they'll look over at Boxy. The right click damage, and then the Rupture onto the Queen of Pain. They don't have a way to stop Mickey yet, but at the same time, they get Insania. He stood there, canceled his TP. I was a little confused by that because immediately he TP'd, then stopped it, maybe thinking that he can outlast the duration of Rupture.
Zai might be running into his death here. He does have Lincolns. Not an easy kill.
Mickey blinking in, and then the blink forward from the Bloodseeker. Rupture, BKBs, and there's the Sonic Wave as well as the Supernova, and you've now blinked into your death. Blink forward from Mickey onto the Illusions. They've got the Rolling Thunder coming out from Zion looking for somebody, but they got the Bloodseeker. They're happy with that. And we'll go for more. They got the silence out thanks to the shard on the Queen of Pain. Now there's the break. Boom from the high ground, right clicking away. Not a lot of damage just yet. He also has the Sunray from this Phoenix, and behind them is Zai. So Zai hit with the LSA, while on the other side of the fight they go for Ace. Ace is going to try and TP out the Swashbuckle away from the Pangolier. They've got the Yules out onto Ace, keeping him there. But now Mickey gets the kill onto the Chen. They'll look over at this CK and take out 3, while Boom is still trying to throw out some right clicks to get a kill and finally finishes off Zai. That is two-pronged. Tofu TP's out. Nothing to stop that either.
The fights look difficult. This is their only real disable.
Yules. Blood Right and into the Supernova. They're going to just try and right-click this egg down. That's exactly what they do. They go to the Sonic Wave, and now Boom trying to fight Matuma Man and maybe even TP out, I believe. Yeah. Well, it's not going to be fortunate enough for him there on this Lina. Double damage spawns as Roche spawns as well. So I feel like it's 85-90%.
I can tell you the percentage of enemy players who are pissed off when a double damage spawns. That's 100. Yeah, I've never seen an anvil before. Who's seen an anvil? There are blacksmiths around, you know? Well, that's only on like reality TV shows. You know, the ones where they like make the swords?
Yeah, and they see who can have the strongest weapon.
Yeah.
Well, a problem here for Ace. He's killed off very quickly, but the right click's coming into Matuma Man. He pops the BKB as well as the Refresher, and he is in some trouble, but gets relocated out of the fight. They take out 3 on the side of GAIMIN Gladiators, and Liquid, what looked to be very problematic as they were getting Matuma Man low, gets saved here by the IO, and all of a sudden the fight turns around heavily for them.
They just executed that team fight flawlessly.
And up onto the high ground.
41 seconds on Duracio. I mean, I think this is a Rax.
Oh, there's the Hex. And Lotus Orb, Disruption. Gotta be very careful if you're Boom. You're trying to deter them, but not a lot of mana to work with. Plasma Field comes in. Knows he's got the Aegis, so he is playing a bit forward, knowing with the second life maybe he can make something happen, but he needs to be careful. The timing might not work out if it were to extend itself in the fight, but they do get Zai back home with Papa. Now Gem is back.
The amount of gold he lost from not getting those D awards. He's ruptured. He can egg.
Can if he needs to. He's looking for the Aeon Disc, and now he'll go to the egg. Daracho right there on it, but the rest of the team coming in. The Lotus Orb was there. They've got the Hand of God. The Sonic Wave thrown immediately. Look at that damage. That is the second time they have gone after this Bloodseeker and made quick work of him after he's blinked in. The silence on the Tofu. They'll chase after the Chen. Solari in some trouble, and again gets onto the high ground. It's that Wild Wing.
Not gonna save him this time.
No.
He's kind of blinking in and dying. Like, that's second or third time that he's done that. Now Ace is caught out.
Oh, man. Yeah, Ace.
Oh, the bash.
Oh, the bash. Oh, Zai's going to get a couple of tips for that one because he lands
Mr. BKB.
bash on purpose, and now they're going to go after Boom. No BKB on cooldown for 20 seconds. He gets caught out. No buyback. That might just seal the deal. They'll buy back on Ace. They'll buy back on Tofu. Backdoor protection is up for a moment, but this puts them in dire straits and a rough situation to pull yourself out of, that's for sure.
They're really trying to force the Lina buyback right now, thinking that he has it, and he just doesn't. So, like, this might actually end up being a throne push. I don't know if this is a great throne push, though, with Bloodseeker being alive.
Well, now they've got the Bloodseeker. They go to the Rupture. But he's got the Sunray. He's standing his ground. Zai doesn't care about this really at all. Reality Rift comes through. Ace trying to do the damage. All of a sudden, the Bloodseeker start out, put it off with the Refresher popped, and he's gone. They kill the Razor. No buyback. They throw the ult out over onto Zai, but the Lincolns blocks that again. And Nikkei, he has the help from Zai. They'll go after Tofu. They'll get the kill to the Shadow Team with the Sunray once again. They're burning out Ace. They'll take him out and put him out on the bottom of the deck. And Solari also killed. 4 heroes gone. They don't need the Razor. They'll buy back on this Chen. Bloodseeker trying to control Mickey, but they've got the Yules that's bounced off via the Lotus Orb, and Mickey's just going to back off.
A lot of Deso,
open up
They're
the
going
throne.
for the end.
Can there to really stop them.
2v4.
They're trying. Lina up in 14 seconds again. Hex reflected. Not awful, but the throne is still getting lower and lower. They've got the Sunray. Bloodseeker trying to survive. The Blood Right is down. They'll end up getting the kill and the series. Liquid take it 2-0.